What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one and only Galbrena, a brand new 5-star fusion pistol DPS who's about to set Wuthering waves on fire. Now before you jump in and pull for her, I want to go over everything you need to know. This includes how she plays, what her best teams are, what builds she needs, and more importantly, whether she's worth your asteroids or not. Also in this video, we're going to talk about does she really need Qiuyuan? But if you're 100% going to get her or you want to master her, watch my last video. Because on the last video, we actually talk about all the in-depth information that you guys need to know about Galbrena. Okay, now let's go and break it all down. Let's start with Galbrena Kit Overview. Galbrena's power lies in her dual state, Threshold State and Demon Hypostasis. Galbrena is a fusion-type pistol main DPS who focus heavily on echo skill damage and heavy attack damage. She is not a plug-and-play unit. She requires a bit of setup, but once she's online, she absolutely melts everything in front of her. As I said earlier, her kit revolves around two key states, Threshold and Demon Hypostasis. Okay, first up, let's go and talk about Threshold State. In this state, she builds up Sin Flame points by attacking the enemy. Once she reaches 100 Sin Flame, she can transform into her enhanced form, Demon Hypostasis. Now let's go and talk about Demon Hypostasis. In this form, every part of her kit gets a massive boost. Her heavy attack hit harder, her echo skill damage goes through the roof, and her animation even feels faster and flashier. But that's not all. She also uses a resource called After Flame, which she builds by casting echo skill. When you activate Demon Hypostasis, After Flame boosts all her damage. It's what unlocks her full potential. So in short, her power comes from building Sin Flame to transform, building After Flame to boost her damage, and then going absolutely wild in her Demon Hypostasis form. Make sure that you know that Sin Flame, you get it by attacking enemies in Threshold State. Once you reach 100, you can trigger Demon Hypostasis. While After Flame, you gain it when you or your teammate use Echo skill. And After Flame boosts all her damage in Demon Hypostasis. This means that before transforming, you should spam Echo skill from your entire team to max out After Flame. So you need to get a lot of After Flame before going to Demon Hypostasis. Once you get that rhythm going, her gameplay feels insanely satisfying and she's a proper fusion hyper carry made to dominate the field with consistent and explosive damage. Now let's go and talk about do you need Qiuyuan for Galbrena? Now, a lot of players are wondering if Qiuyuan is going to be mandatory for Galbrena. And honestly, the answer is no. But he's definitely an ideal partner if you plan to maximize Galbrena's potential. From what we know so far, Qiuyuan is a 5-star arrow sub-DPS character who plays a bit of hybrid role. So that means he deals his own damage while also providing team buffs. And yes, his buff is super good for Galbrena. So while you don't need Qiuyuan to make Galbrena work, pairing them together could easily turn her from strong to ridiculous DPS. If you already have other supports who can handle her energy and damage buff, you'll be fine without it. But if you want an absolute best synergy possible, Qiuyuan looks like he's going to fit her kit like a glove. Now let's go and talk about Galbrena's team synergy and endgame performance. As we all know, Galbrena shines brightest when she's the star of the show. Now, when it comes to team building, Galbrena is definitely a field time hungry DPS, aka on-field. She needs to stay on the field to maximize her Sin Flame and After Flame cycles. And because of that, she fits best in hyper carry style teams, including the units called Lupa and Shorekeeper, where your whole setup revolves around enabling her. So let's go through some of her best team options. So first team will be Galbrena, Qiuyuan, and Lupa. This is currently considered her best overall team. Qiuyuan buffs Galbrena's damage, and Lupa on the other hand adds another layer of synergy. Her outro skill boosts fusion damage, and she serves as a strong sub-DPS with heavy attacks. So combine that, this trio has everything: buffs, damage consistency, and strong burst window, except for survivability. If you want to see Galbrena at her absolute peak, this is the lineup to use. Team 2 will be Galbrena, Qiuyuan, Prolova. This one focuses on sustained DPS rather than pure burst. Prolova helps extend Galbrena's power window, keeping her echo uptime active, and making her rotation much smoother. You'll lose a bit of explosive damage compared to Lupa, but in long fights like Tower of Adversity and Whimpering Ways, this setup performs incredibly well thanks to its consistency. But if you want a safer option, Shorekeeper is an amazing choice. She provides healing and powerful buff including crit rate, crit damage from her ultimate. It's a very stable setup for endgame or boss fights that requires sustain without sacrificing much damage. So let's say that you're not going to pull for Qiuyuan, don't worry, you can still use your Galbrena. This time, Galbrena, Lupa, Purlova. This setup keeps your fusion synergy strong, and Purlova maintains Galbrena's uptime while Lupa keeps your fusion amplification rolling. Even without Qiuyuan, this team delivers consistent performance and great for players who don't have premium support. So if you want to go in fusion team, well, this is the team: Galbrena, Lupa, and Brand. Lupa provides fusion damage bonuses and reduce enemy fusion res with her outro skill, while Brand stacks even more fusion damage buff and provides team shield for extra stability. Together, these three creates a supercharged fusion comps that can handle just about anything. So if you're a free-to-play player, this team is for you: Galbrena, Mortifi, and Verena. Mortifi boosts heavy attack damage, which is perfect for Galbrena's kit. Verena offers healing and sustain, keeping your team alive and efficient. Even without premium characters, this trio delivers stable, strong performance for story and endgame alike. It's a great option if you're still building up your roster. And also, make sure that you guys take note that you can actually use the upgrade for these characters. For example, instead of Mortifi, you can use and instead of Verena, you can use Shorekeeper in this team. But these three, Galbrena, Mortifi, and Verena, is actually good. So is Galbrena worth pulling in Wuthering Waves 2.7 or the future reruns? Galbrena is an incredibly fun and rewarding DPS. She's flashy, powerful, and has one of the most well-designed kits we've seen from Kuro games so far. Her dual-state gameplay keeps fights super interesting, and her synergy with Echo skill give her a lot of flexibility for team setups. However, she does require proper investment without the right teammates or Echo setup. Her number can look underwhelming, but if you build her correctly, aka watch my last video, she will easily compete with other top tier DPS units like Zani, Carlota, or Cartitia. So overall, if you already have strong fusion supports like Brand or Lupa, she's fantastic pickup. But if your account is lacking those key supports, you might want to hold off unless you're ready to invest resources into optimizing her. I'd say Galbrena is worth it if you enjoy on-field fusion DPS gameplay and want the unit who feels satisfying to play once fully built. And also, take note that if you like her design or gameplay, she's worth it. So guys, build smart, pull smarter, watch my last video. So that's everything you need to know before pulling Galbrena in Wuthering Waves 2.7. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and for more Wuthering Waves guys, and let me know in the comment section, are you pulling Galbrena or are you skipping for the next resonator? Hopefully that's Chisa. But anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.